This activity is called MyDay, and the purpose of the activity is to, with your kids, look at every hour in the day to see what time is available to spend with God. Your kids are going to color in a pre-marked timeline of the hours in a typical day. Then they're going to see how much time they actually have to spend with God. For this activity, you're going to need your help sheet, a teacher timeline, lesson 3, and a timeline, lesson 3. And then we're going to need one of those for each child. And you're also going to need some writing and drawing materials for them as well. When you hand out the timelines to the kids, say something or lead the activity something like this. All right, guys, I want to take a look at how much time we spend doing different things throughout our day. All right, so I'm going to give each one of you a timeline, which basically represents all of the hours in a day. How many hours in a day?
24.
Exactly. All right. And what I want you to do is there are some things that we have to do. So we're going to get those out of the way first, all right? We have to spend at least 8 hours sleeping. So in that big mark right here, I want you to put 8 hours sleeping, okay? Now, during the school year, there's something else that we have to do. We have to go to school, okay? We have to count the time that we go to school and the time we come home, lunch. So let's do 8 hours at school. So how many hours do we have of our day so far?
16.
16 hours, which leaves how many hours left? 8 hours. All right, we have to eat, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's assign an hour and a half for eating.
Okay.
Okay, so put that in that next little box right there. You get 90 minutes or an hour and a half eating. So that's how many hours?
17 and a half.
Okay, that leaves how many left? 6 and a half?
6 and a half.
Okay. All right, usually we have homework when we come home from school. So let's put an hour for homework. Yes. How much that time is that now?
So 18.
18 and a half, which leaves us what?
5 and a half left.
Okay, it's getting smaller and smaller. All right, now we usually have chores to do. All right, so let's put down an hour for chores. Okay, what does that give us now?
19 and a half.
19 and a half. How many hours do we have left?
4 and a half.
All right, 4 and a half. Finally, now we're to your time, okay? These are things, this is your time, so you can do whatever you want to do, all right? So let me give you some examples of things that you could put in the final 4 and a half hours that you have, all right? It could be that you play with your friends, you could play sports, video games, paint, read, watch TV, pray, read your Bible. So I want you to write in some activities and how long you're going to spend on each one in the rest of those sections. You got 4 and a half hours, so pick some activities and put how much time you're going to give to each. Okay, very good. Everybody got their 4 and a half hours filled? All right, what's one thing that you put down in your 4 and a half?
I'm spending time with my mom and dad.
Okay, good. How about you, Charlotte?
Read a book.
Reading, you like to read. Okay, Brian?
Sports. Playing
Okay.
sports.
Video games.
Okay, very good. All fun things to do with our time, okay? The main point of this activity is to kind of see how much time we have in our day. Obviously, we know we have 24 hours, but time that is especially devoted to us is about 4 and a half hours. That's where we get to choose what we want to do. Well, what should be one thing that we always want to do to develop a stronger relationship with God? Well, to do that, you have to spend time reading your Bible and praying. So you need to think as you look at your 4 and a half hours every day, which is a lot of time, how much of that am I giving to God by spending time reading His Bible and praying? We need to make sure that we get that in every day. All right? Excellent.